You so goofy. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Society and Pop Culture 101. I hope you guys can see me clearly because for some reason my screen is dark over here, but
What?
I do believe we are live. So I can see everything. So Nova Kane, you're gonna have to handle uh some of the comments and stuff because I can't see them right now.
Okay.
Um
Oh
anyway,
wow. I did check the live stream on YouTube and I can see you on there.
all right, bet. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking about uh the whole American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney and just some of the conversation around that because it was a very interesting ad. And in our last things later on in the show, we're going to be talking about not Beyonce. We're going to be talking about BET um, indefinitely suspending the Soul Train Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards as well, and some other things coming at the end of the show. So, but right now, first of all, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Um, again,
Say
having some
it right.
slight technical.
Just say it right.
Say what right?
You never told me who you are.
Oh snap! See, this is what happens when we have technical issues, man. I lose my mind. Like my screen just says sinking over here, and it's really bothering my mental right now. But anyway, I am instructor BK Spades,
I'm Instructor Novocaine.
and my bad for the rough start. But anyway, let's jump right. Let's jump right into this.
Let's do
So,
it.
if you are on TikTok, I know you've seen when this ad came out, the American Eagle ad. You've seen a slew of people talking about exactly how they felt about this ad. And I can't play the ad here. Well, I'm not going to play it here, but I will describe it to you in a little, well, real quickly. In the ad, there's Sydney Sweeney, and she's talking about her, they're talking about her body because it's a jeans ad, and that's what jeans ads do. You guys seen them all. They're basically the same thing. They do the whole slow pan of the body to show you how
Yes.
well the jeans fit on the
Yes.
girl. Usually they never fit that well, but that is a whole different conversation. But but in the ad, when you get like toward her upper body and face, she mentions her blonde hair, or the announcer mentions her blonde hair and blue eyes, and then they say she got good genes. She has good genes. And if you guys never picked up on a dog whistle before, let me explain that real quick. A
Uh-oh.
dog whistle is when there's something being said very loudly, but it's not being said. It's alluded to, but loud enough for the people to hear that needs to hear it. And in the way they bring up her blonde hair and her blue eyes, and then they say she got good genes, to play on the words of
Genes.
genes.
Genetics
Um,
and genes that we wear.
yeah, and I don't know if you guys remember, historically, the
Uh-oh.
whole, I don't know, this happened in Germany. I
Uh-oh.
don't want to say exactly what it is because we know exactly what it is, but
You
I
know
don't want to
what it
get
you don't want to
demonetized.
say it? Oh,
I don't want to get demonetized.
there it is.
So
I was
we
about
know
to say, if
exactly.
you don't say it, you know I'ma say it.
Yeah, I don't want to get flagged, but you guys know. I forget it. We go ahead and say it, Novocaine. No, you say it.
We know that there was I don't want to say the wrong word either. Now that you said it. The whole issue of the Holocaust was because there were people that believed that blonde hair, blue eyes were the superior race. So the fact that we are here in 2025 and there's this American Eagle ad and a first of all, American Eagle, y'all are trash. Like I'm surprised y'all even
Yeah,
exist anymore. Like the clothes are trash. It's been trash for a long time. But the fact that they have this ad saying blonde hair, blue eyes, she has good genes, and we already know how is it not no, it's not synonym. homonyms work.
Hmm.
You know, we listen to rap music all the time, listen to the hip
Yeah,
hop. They
yeah,
play
yeah.
on words all the time. They knew exactly what they were doing with this ad.
It was not
Um,
accidental.
it wasn't
It
an
was not
accident at
accidental.
all. Not an accident at all. They knew exactly what they were doing. I am perplexed that this isn't something that more people are talking about. When BK came to me about this, I was like, I didn't even hear about this yet. But then we go back into what we talked about on our last episode, how certain information is not fed to us. But if
Yeah.
something to be mad at right now, this is the one. There's been so much division in this country, in this world, um, and this blonde hair, blue eye thing. She has good genes. First of all, blonde hair and blue eyes is a mutation. First of all. Second of all, like I said before,
You stepping in it now.
second of all, tread lightly. Second of all, that does take you back to what was happening in Germany with the Holocaust.
Um, it also brings up the beauty standard debate and argument too, because now it's making it the argument can be brought up about what the beauty standard is, even though we all know that the beauty standard is a spectrum. It is not just
Yes.
one thing. But because they only had this one person with these one set of characteristics in the commercial or the advertisement, for those that like to be a little bougie about it, um, it makes the dog another dog whistle of saying this is the standard of beauty. Like if you don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, you don't meet the requirements of what American beauty should be. And I put that in quotes. So that's the type of thing that could be brought up. And because it's an ad and there's not a whole lot of information there, you can infer whatever, which is usually what you want in advertisement. You want to be able to um, reach as many people as possible, and you want them to put themselves in the ad. You know what I'm saying? You want them to
Mhm.
say, "Hey, I wanted to cool like go back to the 90s with the Budweiser commercials with the
Mm.
the Budweiser and the what's
Mhm.
up, you either using comedy or you using some kind of way for a person to identify with your product. And this was a very sneaky way to do it. And I think and I've seen other discourse around it saying this is what advertising is going to look like going forward because of the simple fact that there's a certain power dynamic shift. Case in point, President Trump mentioned the ad on his social media,
Of course
and
he did.
and I
Orange
think the
block.
stock rose. So
Oh, he when
it
he
reached,
mentioned it, American Eagle
yeah,
stock rose.
yeah, and
Said
this is the
so.
type of thing that I hate right now in our political discourse because I don't want politics selling merchandise.
Right.
Like they hold too much power to. It's like the president's office is a megaphone, and once he speaks, if everybody agrees, he can literally move anything, almost. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Except for these allegations that's going on right now, can't move them out the way. But any, anything
That
else
ain't
he could
going
do.
nowhere, bro. That ain't he ain't never beating that.
So yeah, the beauty standard is being in question. You're alienating a certain subsect of your clientele, and then you're using that to boost the sales to others, which further makes that political divide. Like, oh, you guys are mad because it's a white woman in the ad, and so now black people are supposedly mad, and then the other, you know what I'm saying? Like the discourse just bubbles, and it just bubbles into something that is not.
I don't even care for the blonde hair, blue eyes part. It's the issue with the she has good genes. Like honestly, I feel like they could have did one or the other. Like if they wanted to mention blonde hair and blue eyes and just leave it at that, okay, whatever. Or maybe even if she got good genes and just left it at that, okay, because that could leave you up to any type of perception after that. But the
Yeah.
fact that they put all three of these sentences together.
Yeah. Also, before we
Hey,
continue,
Mimi.
thank everybody for coming through. What's up, y'all? Trail, Mimi, Jonathan,
John. Mhm.
John. Thanks for coming through, spending time with us today. It's always good to see our Culture Clash Network brethren and sisterin in the
Yes,
chat with us.
always.
Um, Also, another reason this is such an important conversation, had our political discourse not been where it is, then you could probably say, oh, yeah, it's just a coincidence.
Right.
But
Very
because of
true.
where we are with everything, pretty much since like Kaepernick, honestly. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and when all those corporations jump, we talked about this with the
Oh,
Duckman episode we had, like, what was that, season one? Was that season one or at the beginning of the season?
no, no, no. We didn't talk about Doug Man since season one of Society and Pop Culture 101.
Okay, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
since season one, Duckman had a very great episode about how advertisers and big
Mm-hmm.
corporations take over um, political conversations, and then it can either work out in their favor or it can work out against them. But the gambles usually means more money.
Exactly. And that's what it looks like is happening for American Eagle. Because one thing, I don't want to say it like that. I'm not about to say that.
Well, it definitely didn't work for Target.
One thing, I mean, that was the DEI. That's kind of a little different with, what's going on
Is it
with
though?
American Eagle. A little
Oh,
bit.
well, no, no, no. I'm saying it's not the same exact issue, but it's still political. And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so you
For
dip your
sure.
toes into the political, it's a
For sure.
gamble.
For
It's a huge
sure.
gamble.
For sure. But I'm going to say it like this. It empowers the blonde hair and the blue eyes folks, and from what we're looking at through history, it doesn't look good for the rest of us. Because what about me? I don't have good genes because I don't have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, like I don't know how many times we have to bring this up, but Dr. Seuss did a really good job at explaining this and why it's always a downfall of a society when you alienate different people. Um,
What
the
he say?
Sneetches, okay? The Sneetches. If you guys don't know the story of the Sneetches, okay, there was a group of people. This guy rode in, started putting stars on people. So the other people wanted stars, but then they couldn't get the stars. But then the guy came in, rode in, then he gave everybody the stars, and then other people didn't want the stars, and it just kept going back and forth. And then that man made out with all the money, and then the Sneetches was just left
I don't
with
like that name.
Sneetches. Oh my gosh. It's one of my favorite stories, but now that you mentioned it, it is a bit.
It's a bit. Is it a sneaky snitch? Like, what is a
I
sneak?
don't I don't know exactly what a snitch is. But you
That's
don't really know
Dr.
exactly.
Seuss. That's Dr. Seuss, bruh.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mimi, we are talking about American
Yes.
Eagle.
Yes, we are talking about an American Eagle. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. She said she
Um,
been clocked that tea. Okay.
but honestly, even when I was a teenager, I never looked at American Eagle and was like, "Oh, they're for us,"
They're not for
or
us.
there was never any inclusivity there for real.
Ever. Ever. I walked into one when I was a teenager and walking in that store just mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
if
What was the
I
other
don't,
store? It was another store
Banana Republic.
no, 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 no. But Banana Republic with Old Gravy and Gap, so they decent. Alright, they alright.
I mean, they
Um,
alright, but
Hollister. That's what I
oh
was trying to
yeah, I
say.
forgot about Hollister. Yeah.
Hollister. Hollister and American Eagle were two stores I walked into back in the day, and I just was like, it do not feel right for me.
So, I guess the question is, does it matter that a store doesn't cater to everyone
I mean,
or
technically,
any
Gap
company?
John, you knew exactly what I was talking about. Hollister, exactly. Um, so here's the thing when it comes to like clothing brands, right?
Hmm.
They try to cater, well, from what I remember learning about, they try to cater in a certain demographic so their sales can be higher than other places that have like 00 to 22. But that was what their thought process was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, in today's time, since everything is mixed up. Everything is mixed up. We're all consuming the same media. We're all consuming the same clothing, everything. So these days and times, I feel as though yes, these companies need to give everything to everybody.
So, okay, let's talk about podcasting in a sense. Every
Mm-hmm.
podcast you listen to does a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily alienate, but they all kind of just do one thing really well, right?
Okay.
With us, it's society and it's merging society and nerddom here.
Mm-hmm.
Other places, it's wrestling. In some places, it's biblical research or religion. So entertainment, pop culture, so on and so on and so on. Does it like you don't go to those places and be like, "Hey, wrestling podcast, I would like for you to talk about Jesus." Like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't do that. So, is it
So you,
fair that we are saying that your store should also carry brands for us? Or
I
should we just stop somewhere else?
mean, honestly, you making a point. You making a point. You got my brain over here turning now. Uh, honestly, American Eagle. First of all, it's the American part for me. Americans are completely different from one to the next. So yes, specifically American Eagle, yes, specifically. But if
Okay.
it's like a store made for thoughts, and that's their that's their store, then that's their store. That's their niche. That's what they stick to.
Wait. I can't just roll up. What's a thought store? What is it? Is that like City Trends?
City Trends is
Rainbow?
a hood store.
Rainbow?
Rainbow is borderline thought store. Borderline.
Okay, this is gonna sound like we were talking about the thought stores, but no, John, you were talking about a
A
store,
Hollister.
the Hollister store,
Yeah.
right?
Hollister and
So,
American Eagle. And
so
they
hold
don't
on.
fit us. Like they don't fit us the way that our bodies are made.
No. They don't fit the women, the curvier women. Um, can we let's go back to when you brought up not everybody knowing about this situation, because not a lot of people are talking about this because they do not know about this situation. But and especially like our younger generation,
Hmm.
because it's back to school time, and this is anecdotal to me and my family.
Oh my god.
Um,
I completely forgot that part.
so we were heading to go shop for my daughter, and we were asking her where she wanted to go, and the first thing she says was American Eagle, and I was like, what? Like I
Yes.
immediately was like, wait a minute, are we not like in a moment with them right now? So I was like, absolutely not, and I had to explain why and all that. But I was like, I know you didn't but she didn't know. She didn't know. But I was shocked and appalled that she would miss this moment that was so loud on my algorithm,
Yeah.
not thinking that it ain't reached her algorithm yet. Like,
Yeah.
but
Algorithms are
yeah,
so
so
strange these days. It's so strange. But that's how it
yeah,
is. I was so shocked when you told me. What were we talking about? That was yesterday. That
yeah.
was yesterday when you told me. You was like, Nova, I got something. I got something. I was like, what you mean? And you were talking about Syndney Sweeney. I'm still mind blown that this is happening in 2025. But this is what happens when you get rid of these DEI programs. This is what
True.
happens when all of your diversity team is deuces. Because who greenlit this? Who decided that this was okay?
Yeah, the dog whistles that they got playing right now, them cheap ones that you can hear too at the same time, it's not good. It's not good.
No, not at all.
Um,
Not at all. John said, yeah, damn sure wasn't no thoughts.
I wanted to clarify that before we got there.
Good
All
girl.
right, so what's going on with American Eagle? I haven't ever shopped there, but catch me up, please. So basically, the long story short is American Eagle had an ad where it was a racist, considered a racist dog whistle.
Undertone.
It,
Dog whistle. I like that term. I
yeah,
like that term.
so we don't know if that was their intention. Allegedly, it was, but we're not saying that it is. We're just saying that at some point they were misguided and not paying attention to what was going out the door. Yeah, we'll say it that way. We'll clean it up like that.
We don't want them people coming to get us. I
So
don't want them.
essentially, yeah, for real.
I'm pregnant.
Sydney
I can't
Sweeney,
get got. I'm pregnant.
Sydney Sweeney was in the ad, and then they alluded or they said her blonde hair and blue eyes. They brought it up in the ad, and then right after that, they said Sydney has good genes. With a play, it was a play on genes, but the dog whistle was loud enough for everybody to catch it.
Right. And
I
it's
also think,
crazy. This is crazy because I know we're going to bring light to this situation, which we need to. Which we need to. More people need to hear about this because I bet you everybody heard about what Piers Morgan said about my girl Yance.
all right, well, we're switching gears because for some reason, everybody in the argument to defend American Eagle and Sydney, everybody
Hey,
brought up
hey
Beyonce, and I'm
Lou.
like, what Beyonce got to do with it? What's up, Lou? And I'm like, what Beyonce got to do with it? So would you please explain what Piers Morgan said about Beyonce?
First of all, Beyonce has been rocking a platinum blonde hair wig for like 4 years almost now. Second of all, Beyonce dropped a Levi jeans ad on August 4th because she has a new collaboration with them coming out and everything. Well, that came out and everything like that. So she's gonna do her commercial. Piers Morgan said she was cosplay. No, not cosplaying. I'm sorry, culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe.
Um,
How can you culturally appropriate a human being? For one. For two, Marilyn Monroe got her whole style and everything from Dorothy Dandridge. Let's talk about it.
Facts. I guess Pierce didn't do his research the way he thought he did his research.
Pierce just wants to be mad, and he hates us. He hates us. Okay. Now, why Beyonce in it? Exactly, exactly. And it's crazy because they put Beyonce on a pedestal. They put her on a pedestal. No matter what she does, whether it's good, we only see the good, honestly. But they want to make it bad. They
Facts.
want to make it bad so much, and it's wrecking my brain why they want to make it so bad. And it's like she just want to be a performer. But that's what happens when you're black and have power in America.
So no, the question was posed: can we cuss? Not on the platform. We try. Look, if it slips every now and then, it's fine. But we try to keep it PG over here. I mean, sometimes the 13 show
The,
up, but
the
we try.
13 be showing up. The 13 be showing up because I'm a slip up. I'm a
Yeah, we
slip
know
up.
we know you like the 13 part of this, but we
I'm the
try not to bring the 13 up.
we stay away from rated R though. We stay
Yeah, yeah, no R. That's
if you
why I saw your comment come up, and I was like, you can't put the R up there. It's too far.
that's true, John. Well, Levi jeans actually they came a long way. I will say Levi
Le-
jeans came a long way.
hey, speaking of, like, I know we're talking about Beyonce, but since we brought this back around with the jeans thing, how do you how do you feel about companies that were considered to have bigot moments and we still just kind of rocked with them? Like Levi is almost like Cracker Barrel, when you see
I
it.
don't mess with no Cracker Barrel
I'm just saying
personally.
for the people that do. Like you see Cracker Barrel, you look at it, you like, this seems like we should not be here. But
I walked
yet we
into Cracker
still,
Barrel one day, and I swear to God, it sounded like they said,
no, they definitely did. Um, but we still rock with it. You know what I'm saying? We still be up in there. Our parents, our grandparents, they love that place. It reminds them of another time, I guess. But also with Levi, they've been around for hundreds of years, and we
mm-hmm.
still kind of rock with them. And I'm pretty sure I remember them having questionable moments back in the day too.
Everybody has questionable moments back in the day. Any company, first of all, any company that is older than 50 years old has a question mark over their head. Brisk
Okay.
T, State Farm Insurance. Levi, Lipton, not Brisk, not Brisk,
Yeah, I would
Lipton
say,
tea,
wait, I thought Brisk was not Brisk. It's
not
Arizona. That's pretty
Arizona.
cool.
I know for a fact Lipton.
No, no, no. Arizona's cool, I think. I think they're
Oh,
cool. They've been keeping their stuff 99 cents, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
in your area,
I think it's like $1 now. $1.49 maybe.
yeah, that
I'm not
sounds
sure. I
about
gotta go
right.
check. I gotta go check again.
It's
I gotta
close
go
to
check again.
$2, and it depends on which store here, but it's close to $2 here, which is crazy to me. Um, what other companies did I see? I already said State Farm Insurance. A big one that I don't even know if they still exist. Remember, what was the dude? Hillfigure. They still
Yes. But see, the whole heel figure thing, I think it was not exactly true or something to that effect.
around? That's what they say. That's why he looked like a who.
Uh Thanks for your patronage on that one. Lou said cans in his area are still $1.
Okay,
So
nice,
cool, cool.
nice.
But yeah, there are some companies that have goodwill built into them, like Little Caesars. Is the why we still kind of rock with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, there are companies that did some bad, questionable things, especially in the start, that we just kind of be like, okay, we just is it because they've been around for so long and that's all we know, and there's no alternative, at least no alternative that we can easily get to,
I
that we
like what
just
Janika said right here. I think we are programmed to forget about it after a few months, which I completely agree. And that's probably why we get so much media in such a fast pace these days. Because if you notice with current events, something will be trending today, and what's today? Thursday. By Saturday, it's like we never even talked about it.
well, that's because of the 24-hour news cycle we got. Like
Mm.
I hate it. I honestly hate the news cycle the
Hmm.
way it's set up now. But because we have literal 24-hour news channels and they have multiple different versions of that channel,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
they always need something excuse me. They always need something to talk about. And so they don't have like it's just how the beast is built. They don't have a choice but to keep bringing up, you know,
Hmm.
new stuff. Because have you ever watched a news station that's 24 hours and then after a
I
while
hate it.
they bring back the same story, like just
I hate it.
the same exact video they played an hour before? It is annoying.
I hate it.
So
I
yeah,
hate the
like
news period now. Like it's hard for me to turn on the news. I'm not watching it. Sorry. I'll turn
oh
on
yeah.
the music videos. I'll turn on some retro anime. I'm not doing it.
I still rock with the news. Mimi says no. Janika hit the nail on the head. The system has been so successful that it's embedded in our communities and now culture. I agree. But at what point do we? No, I ain't even gonna say it that way. I think now we are finally getting to a point where that's going to change if it's allowed to happen. But the people have to get on board with the change. We
It's
are so
people.
disillusioned by the news right now that we don't see that there are actually good journalists
Mm,
that exist in the YouTube spaces and some other places. I will also say if you find somebody that's independent media that you really like, follow them on several different platforms. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Follow them on Blue Sky. Follow them on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Yes, Twitter.
mhm.
I'm never calling it the other one again.
Never.
Um, Follow them on YouTube. Follow them on Substack. Um, I would say stay away from the right wing areas, unless you know like that right wing area is in good faith, because a lot of them
Mhm.
are just gaslighting a lot of times.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
You guys got the comments rolling for this one. I'm trying to keep up, man. Y'all got my
You want
head
me?
spinning.
You want me to click it?
Yeah,
I
go
got
ahead and
you.
click it. You know I'm trash on
I got
clicking.
your back. We
Yeah,
never truly stand on business when it comes to not supporting these companies. It's the other side of us that's still pouring money into them to feel like they're accomplishing something, which is very, very true and very factual. I was just on TikTok the other day. Apparently, allegedly, supposedly, there was an African business company boycott that was supposed to be starting up. I don't know how. I don't know why people started talking about that, but the whole boycotting thing, I stopped taking it personal because It takes a large group of people to boycott for a very long time to get
Yeah,
results. And
true.
today's people, we do not have that time or attention span. And it's kind of disheartening because the Montgomery boycott that happened what in the 50s with the buses, they boycotted for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. But they found alternatives. They worked together. They looked at it as this is a goal that we have to hit and we have to get there. And they did not look any other way. That is something that is missing in our community and in our society of today. These companies will never take us seriously because we do not stick to it. At the end of the day, they want to make their dollar. So they're going to continue to do anything to get that money. Target just I remember Target was trying to do something big for Pride Month this year.
Yeah, we've been. I will say, everybody's kind of been holding Target down.
I I don't I stopped
When I say hold it down, I mean like they've been like the Target boycott. We've been holding it
Oh
down on
yes, yes,
not
yes.
being at
Target
Target.
boycott. I think that also works because Target prices can vary. Like you even before the boycott, you always could find an alternative than shopping at Target. Like
Yeah.
some of this stuff you'll get a t-shirt for $22, knowing you could go to Walmart for 5. Now, Walmart was supposed to be boycott as well when
Well,
the
okay.
whole DEI thing happened.
So we can't do both at the same time.
Cuz
I know
Ames don't exist.
where else is ever okay. So we're built on convenience, right?
Mhm.
And there are three places that convenience wins every time. That's
Yes.
Amazon, that's
Yep.
Target, and that's Walmart.
Yep. Yep.
Like
The most
there are
convenient places.
yes. Now there are black apps that are starting to find black companies and building databases for it. I think I follow a couple of them on Instagram. But I usually if I got like a black product, I'm buying directly from them. But you don't necessarily have to buy black. That's just what I do.
Mhm.
And it's not all the time. But when I can, if it's something that I can get from a black company that I like the quality of, oh,
Mhm.
I'm all game for it. Like my coffee, my black and bold coffee. I have been buying black and bold coffee online ever since the Target boycott started. I absolutely prefer buying from them directly online. They recently hit me up in the email and said now they are being carried in the Walmart in my area, one of the Walmarts in my
That's
area.
wild. That's
So
wild. That's like a lot of the hair products that I've used that were black companies and Walmart somehow swooped them up, and next thing you know, it's being sold there. And it's crazy
yeah.
because I could find it at Family Dollar at first, still at a cheaper price than like the beauty supply store, but Walmart is going to cut like another dollar or two off of it.
So and again, this is where we are in our society as a whole. But is this not what we want? We wanted them to support black stores. Now we can either have them support the black stores or be mad at the reasoning that they are supporting them. Does that really matter to you? Because a business entity is going to be a business entity. They're in it
Well,
to make money.
they were saying that if you're still going to shop at Walmart, at Target, buy black because the
Of
black
course.
companies are still inside of there. So I just never stepped. I haven't been inside of the Target all year. So,
Yeah.
and it kind of suck a little bit because their baby section does crank, like it crank. I will say Target's baby section is probably the best, but
True, true. Walmart, baby, man. Walmart, get your stuff together on that baby section,
I
man.
just went into Walmart the first time this year, like a month ago, because my baby needed some more school clothes, and Garanimals is $3. Like
Like, yeah,
it one
it's
one
almost no
time I saw
brainer.
it for $1. They was on like the clearance. Some of the little
Hmm.
clearance stuff was for $1. Like, how can I give up? And Garanimals has a way better texture than Family Dollar clothes, like way better.
But yeah, we were way off from our original premise
I
here.
know, right?
But no, no, no. But this is a good conversation because now it comes. Black consumerism is a thing that's always been like a two steps forward, three steps back for us because we
Mhm.
don't have stores. a big chain store that has the infrastructure to support just having a bunch of black stores being sold. And then we have the stigma that black businesses have, that they're not good enough. They don't have the resources to be just as good as their white counterparts. So there's always a uphill that they have to climb over.
Mhm.
So I don't know. If I became a billionaire, I think one of the first things I'm doing is building a chain store. But then you have to
Mhm.
think about all the politics you have to play to even get into that realm. I
Mhm.
remember, and this dude's not black, Mr. Beast. This is I'm
Mhm.
just using this as an example to talk about all the hurdles you will have to go through just to get into the market, right? So Mr. Beast, very popular YouTube. I think YouTuber. He's at the height of his power at this point.
Mhm.
He wanted to make Mr. Beast chocolate bars. I know y'all have seen them. This is where I learned this process from. So he had them in selling in like major chains, but
Mhm.
then they got either moved or taken down because there's like a conglomerate of chocolate makers or candy makers that kind of pushed him out the way. So either stores stopped selling his stuff or they moved it for the more popular brand from like Nestle and all that, right? So
Mhm.
there's another hurdle you have to go through. Now, if Mr. Beast, with all the money he has and all the fanfare he has, is struggling to get his candy bar in a eye level position, what do you think is happening to us when we go to do these types of things? Because
Mhm.
not only does it exist on the candy aisle, it exists on the meat aisle and the cereal aisle. And when it comes down to getting into these stores, you still have to compete with these stores who will bombard uh, their people that's already selling there to get your stuff out the way. So
Mhm.
it's like you have to have double the money they probably have just so you could grease elbows to get in the door in the first place.
And you
So
gotta sell a little bit of that soul.
yeah, yeah. Um, we don't have any black commercials, black TV channels that are on a major network.
Mm.
I know everybody like to bring up OWN, but Oprah
That's
doesn't
Oprah.
own. She doesn't own that. So
Oprah doesn't own
no, she sold that almost immediately.
for real.
Yeah,
I did not know
yeah.
that.
And with all the money she had to have somebody to go in with her. So even with
Ain't that sad?
what's Diddy's? Sorry for bringing Diddy up, y'all.
Revolt.
What was his Revolt?
Mhm.
They all, I'm pretty
That's on
sure
YouTube.
that's on YouTube. So it's like
We don't have. I
we're
mean,
not in the we're
we
not
have
in the
something, but
we're not in the spaces to be like we can boycott and do this without the help of another platform. I
that's
feel
very
that way.
true. That is very true.
Hey NASA, how you doing?
Hayodon.
But no, like it's just what we are right now. Let's see, one more question here. Why
Carnage.
are we trying to get eye level as a black community when we aren't even trying to put our products in our own community first? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes, it
does.
does make sense. But I don't know. That's such a double-edged thing to say because we always want our black community to thrive, but we're in a place where the stigma is so high that we can't thrive in the black community in some cases.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
changing. That is changing. But you've been on the internet when a black company mess up or a black independent company messes up. Everybody kind of dogpiled on them.
Yeah,
Dog piles
that's
on
the
them.
issue. And that
Yeah.
is the issue right there because it's like no one gives room for growth and mistakes.
Mm. That's such a
No
great
one
way of saying that.
no
That's what I
one
was
gives
trying to
that
get to.
room. That's why a lot of these other companies they last for 50
That surprised you now.
It's the clap. It's the clap for me. No one. That's why a lot of these companies from 50 to 100 years ago, they did their dirt, but they still were able to consume them because their their audience was like, okay, we'll forgive you guys.
Yep.
Give you guys.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, in our community, we love bringing each other down. We love it. We get a thrill off of it. I see it all the time. I was just telling you earlier how it's hard for me to be in these black girl groups because like I'm just trying to start a conversation, ma'am. I'm just trying to start a conversation. Why are you trying to be demeaning towards me and I'm just starting a conversation? You don't have to demean me. There's not even I didn't even know there was space because I normally leave like open ended questions. Like I took a little bit of linguistics a long time ago. I took English. Open ended
Hmm.
questions that I would that I or at least I thought people wouldn't take like to heart and personally. Why are you demeaning me? Why are you laughing at the simple fact that this question is being had?
Yeah,
We love to bring each other down. So anytime a person of power, when it comes to black folks, we make one mistake, oh, that's it. And it doesn't even have to be a major mistake. Now, if it's something major, all right now, all right
yeah,
now, we need to do the thing. But if it's not something super massive, like forgive and not forget, but let's move on.
yeah. Allow them to grow. I wouldn't say we love to bring each other down. I mean, I know there's a subset of
Not us.
character of that does that, but um, we're just wired that way.
Yeah,
We've been wired that way.
that's that slave
When you,
mentality.
it's true. It's been beat into us. We've been pushed. Redlining pushed us to these small spaces
Yes, indeed.
where we had to fight for scraps. Um, if you're working a job for quite a while there was not that many spaces for black people.
Yes,
It's like
indeed.
there's only one or two opportunities for us to move up in so many different times. So all of that starts to play into and bleed out into other areas and aspects. So yeah. Also, another reason that we go into these big box stores and we skip over the black community is because where the black people don't see a reason or want to take the risk, the black people with money, I mean, want to take the risk to invest. There's always a white or Asian counterpart with
Mhm.
money that's like, I see the vision and I can see a way in. Look at the sharks. That's kind of how business works. You know, the TV show The Sharks, where they come in with a
Shark Tank.
product. Shark Tank. Thank you.
Okay. I was
Well, you
looking
know,
at
the
that.
people on the panel are called the Sharks.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's how it is, like in business for the most part. I mean, not exactly like that, of course, it's TV, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be somebody that's going to be an investor, and there's somebody going to sell you short, and then there's somebody going to show you exactly what the value is, but then they're still going to sell you slightly under their value,
Yeah.
and then you have to make the decision of which slightly um which deal is better for you and your company. And usually those other people come in with a slightly better deal
Yeah.
than what some of the black investors will put up,
Yeah.
because we're afraid to take the risk because we ain't got as much money as them, and we can't get
Nor the
investors
power.
together or
Nor the
power
power.
or the notoriety to get different investors to come in with us.
Facts.
So,
And listen,
it's and this is not a pity party for, oh, woe is us. That's not what this is. It's just the
it's a,
reality of what it
it's,
is.
it's a fact. It's literally
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah.
But going
Um
back to American Eagle really quickly, y'all know better. Y'all know better.
who is
Do
this
better.
y'all you speak of? Are we saying
Them,
like American Eagle knows better?
unless it was one of those things where you know how they try to like quietly throw something in there just to get a reaction to see how far it'll go.
Mm. So you
You
think this
know,
is an experiment?
I think so. I think so. Because I'm
Hmm.
trying to still wrap my head around the fact where who thought this was a good idea?
The firm that made it. I do believe they also got a similar ad
Who's their
for,
parent company?
I don't know.
Google it.
Not It's not the parent company, it's the advertising agency. And I heard somebody bring up a good point. I doubt that like the CEO of this company is like micromanaging every single thing, because they can't.
Mm-hmm.
The company would fail if you try to micromanage everything. That is why you have departments and departments to watch that department and departments to watch that department watching the other departments. That's why you have such a hierarchy But again, if you got no
American
Negroes, you're
Eagle.
gonna miss something. Or
So, I'm sorry. Say that part again. It sound like you muffled. Wait, where did you go?
am I gone?
Okay, you back.
Oh,
Whoop.
my bad. What
Yeah, say
happened?
that part again. I don't know. It just like zoned out. I don't know
What
what.
was the last thing you heard me say?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So
It was just
basically,
like two sentences. It's just two sentences.
okay, so basically what I'm saying is the reason you have I doubt the CEO is solely or 100% involved in this because they have departments upon departments upon departments to
Yes.
handle these things and they have
Mhm.
watchdogs within those departments. But if you ain't got no Negroes in the room, then
There it
you're
is.
probably gonna miss something.
At
Or
least,
just
at least bro,
or a
adjacent.
person of color. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts, facts,
Or
facts.
at least an ally. Jeez, man.
At least an ally.
Yeah, at least that.
All right, now I guess
So,
it's time to move on from this topic.
oh yeah, we definitely went over time. Thanks,
Yeah, we
comments.
did. No, it
No, I'm
was
just
good
kidding. I'm
though.
just kidding.
That
No,
was
I'm just playing.
good.
I'm just playing, y'all.
That
It
was
was
good.
good.
I loved it.
So, you want to talk about last things?
Yeah, let's jump into last things. I mean, yeah, because we already wrapped up that button. That yep.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do last things. So,
All right.
first last thing,
Uh-oh.
the Hip Hop
Speaking of
Awards. The
speaking of
Hip
black
Hop
companies,
Awards. Oh yeah, who brought up BET?
Viacom. John said it.
John
Yeah,
BET
John said
by
so. The
Viacom.
Viacom. Yeah, Viacom
Glad
got
you said that.
BT, MTV, and VH1, if I'm not mistaken. I think Bravo too, but I know for them three to
Viacom
be
owns a
exact.
lot, but
Yeah,
yeah, the Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards are indefinitely suspended, which feels like a hit to the culture.
it
But
does.
is it
It
though?
is. It is. Specifically Soul Train Awards. I feel like specifically Soul Train Awards because Soul Train Awards gave light to everything that BT Awards didn't.
Okay, you right. You right. I give you that one. And then the BET Awards just have like this really good stellar year.
Yeah, we had the last well, two two second to the last episode of before our break we were talking about the BET Awards of this year.
Which
And
makes this an odd discussion as a whole.
right? Right? For them to suspend these two after that indefinitely is really eyebrow raising. Like, what y'all got up y'all sleeve over there? What is happening? First of all, second of all, majority of the time of me tuning into BET these days and times is to watch the award shows.
Yeah, that's like literally the only time I pay attention.
I love the Soul Train Awards. I actually put the Soul Train Awards above the BET Awards for years. For years. Until
You know
this year.
what's you wanna know what's funny? BET be having shows that I didn't even know existed. I was
That's
on my
Tyler Perry
YouTube
network at this point.
yesterday. I was on YouTube yesterday and I saw they had a show called Black Card Revoked that
Oh,
was hosted
it's a
by
show?
Tony. Yeah, it was hosted by Tony Rock. And I was like, yo, this was a thing?
I know
This was
it's
a thing.
we all play the card game, but it's a show?
Yeah, yeah. It's a show. I don't know if it's still going. I think it may be. But it started in like what 2018, 2020, according to the YouTube
2018, pre-COVID.
something. I believe so. I could be wrong here. And I'm refusing to Google right now because I'm trying to get through the rest of the show. But I do
Because
believe it's been a while since this show has been a thing and nobody knew about it. So
and
on one hand, what them ratings looking like over there at BET? John said he
they got
remembers
it.
it.
There has to be a really, really low ratings for BET right now. Oh, it's only one season and it's from 2018.
Okay. And
But still, the simple fact that it existed, and I am just now, today's years old, finding out there was a whole show.
look at the old man putting you on game. Look at it. Look at me. Anyway, I think Kev on stage. Um, Kev on stage got like a couple of shows on BET.
Okay,
But
nice. I think I did see
he
one
had he
ad
had
about that.
Churchy, and then is it Churchy? Is that what it's called?
I don't know
Something
the
like
name
that.
of it, but I did
And
see
then
him talking about he had a show on BT.
yeah, he got another one now. They just greenlit. So somebody making some shows over there on BET, but apparently the BET Awards and the Soul Train Awards ain't it. How's
Hip
the
hop,
I
hip
want to
hop, BT hip hop
Oh, I'm
award.
sorry, Hip Hop Awards. I want to know how the hoodie awards are doing because that's a thing. I don't even know what channel they come on. Ain't that also on BET?
I don't know what the Hoodie Awards are.
See, you had to be in the Tom Joyner, Steve Harvey radio show sector of the
Oh,
blackness to know about that type of stuff. But anyway,
I ain't that
um,
type of black. I don't know nothing about that.
if you was on the Black Card Revoke show, you might
I
lose
wish
some
I
points for
would.
that
I
one.
would have lost some points on that question. I definitely would have. But that's now
The
you
Hoodie
got me
Awards on
wanting.
BET Plus.
Now you got me wanting to turn on BET for the next few days just to see what's on there. But from what
What
the
is?
last time I was watching BET, it felt like Tyler Perry's network.
Hmm, it still feels that way. It's
It was
like all
like
the.
all of his stuff.
Okay, so let me play advocate. I wasn't gonna play devil's advocate, but I'm gonna play devil's
Uh
advocate a little bit.
oh.
What if
Let me button up.
you know what? Before I ask that question,
Hey Ben.
I don't want to. We're gonna go to. My bad. Did I press something?
Oh,
I'm
you
pressing
probably
on.
clicked it at the same time I was trying to hide it.
Oh, all right. So, Mimi, the type of programming is problematic too. Black Card Revoke. I grew up not liked by black women, over sexualized by black men, and then I always fit in white spaces because they were intimidated.
Jesus Christ.
I can't see the screen. It's black. Okay.
Could have told me to read it.
Um. So, so in my in the defense of the Black Card Revolt, because when I watched the episode, I wanted to see what it was about. Right. The first half of the show, the questions are totally stereotypical. Right. But when it came down to the meat and potatoes, the big point questions, at least from the episode I watched, it was all historical black facts. So,
Oh.
like they was bringing up the Dorothy Dandridge pool incident. That was one of the questions,
Mm-hmm.
and like around that era. So they were bringing Black history into it as well. So at first, I was like, "This is some hood stuff," and I'm about to turn it off. But I'm like, Lisa Ray is here. I like Lisa Ray a little bit, so
Oh,
I
Lisa Ray
continue to
was there.
watch. Yeah,
Oh,
Lisa Ray was there. Afion Crockett was there, so I like them too. So I like
okay.
Tony Rock too. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I was pleasantly surprised by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
they brought that back, it would be great. But Mimi, I'm sorry that was your experience as trash.
It is
That
trash. It is
yeah.
trash. And it's so surprising to me when I hear like my peers have these experiences when growing up because I grew up in Chocolate City. So it's hard for me to say that I ever went through anything like that as a black woman. But it really does suck. The fact that other older black women didn't like your beautiful young self coming up
Hmm.
is just very alarming.
Yeah.
I really do hope in your adulthood you have found that peace and you have been able to be around the black women that deserve you and you deserve. The
That
over sexualizing by black men, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
as a black man on the panel, I we can it sucks that you went through that, and I can't apologize for everybody else. But I know if you was in my camp, hey, it wouldn't have been
It
like
wouldn't
that
happen.
around up
It
in
wouldn't
here.
happen. It
Yeah,
wouldn't happen.
yeah. John got all the
What
details
John
on the
say?
BET side of things. You should have brought him up for
College
this
Hill,
conversation.
College Hill, Celebrity Edition, and that Black Crime Fam show. What Black Crime Fam? I'm gonna go
Oh,
watch. I'm gonna actually go start watching BET because I needs to know what was really the reason of getting rid of. Maybe they just don't have the funding. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they just don't have
okay,
the funding for Soul Train Awards and the Hip Hop Awards. I do know that the Hip Hop Awards, them first 3 years, amazing, but
yeah,
after that,
okay. So, devil's advocate question.
oh shit,
You
that's
cursing
one.
on? Look at
That's
you.
one. I'm
We
sorry.
just
That's
went
one.
13, y'all. We PG
That's one.
13.
That's one.
Um, so if stick with me here, if getting rid of those things brought back 106 in Park with AJ and Free,
I don't want it.
would it be worth it?
I don't want it. I
Are you
don't want.
sure?
I don't want 106 in Park back.
We need a video show back though.
We need a video show back. Correct. something groundbreaking though, something fresh, something new. And
In this day
honestly,
and age,
music is turning around. Like, I don't know what happened to these 2020s, but I am excited. Like music now, this year, last year, oh my god, it sounds good. It's amazing. But I don't want AJ and Free. They older than us.
I mean, everybody we knew that was running the culture that we thought we were actually running was older than us.
I mean, yeah, very true. So let's go do a video show for BT. How about that?
I mean, we're in the age bracket where we could be running it
We
right now.
could. We really could.
I love
You know what,
106 and Part
BK? Don't get
2.
me started. You know, that's how my ideas start. I just randomly think about something. The next thing you know, it's coming to fruition.
Hey,
Don't get me
BT, call us. We are right at the age to influence the youth of
and
today.
is. That would be
Um,
amazing if the youth of today could have any type of music show. I don't think they
yeah,
have any. And
it would it
music
would
is
have to
another
be
language.
internet based. It would have to be internet cell phone based, almost like American Idol, where you can like call in real quick, download an app, press a button to get your video played. It'd have to be something like that.
Say less. Don't say no nothing else about no idea about this idea.
BT, call us. I already got the basis for it, baby. Come on through.
But for the for the BT Hip Hop Awards specifically, I think it's because hip hop is starting to turn around. Like I feel like hip hop was just like one sound for a long time that's in mainstream. Like when we were
Yeah,
growing up, hip hop had every type of sound. You had your feel good hip hop, you had your gangster rap, you had your boom bap, you had all these different types of hip hop. But in the mainstream, like in the late 2010s, going into 2020s, it's all been one sound. So I think that's probably why hip hop awards probably tanked, but moving forward, because like this year specifically in hip hop, oh my god.
um, I think
Ooh-wee.
another reason the quality of hip hop went down is because the Billboard decided to put hip hop and R&B together as one sound, and that is absolutely not the case.
Yeah,
And
that's two different things.
it pretty much, excuse my language, it pretty much murked um, R&B music as a whole. So, and
Yeah.
that's starting to come to have somewhat of a resurgence, but we lost a lot of R&B artists and a
Yes.
whole era of what could possibly have been a really good era. Tank was robbed of half his era, you know? So,
Yeah.
and Chris Brown, even though Chris Brown was still finding a way to thrive in it.
Yeah.
But
Because hip
again,
hop
he
and
had to thrive
R&B,
through the lens of hip hop though.
I
So,
don't know who exactly everybody that's watching right now, but let it be known, hip hop and R&B are two completely different genres. You cannot have one with, well, you can have R&B without hip hop because it's been around for a very long time, but I feel like hip hop would never exist without R&B.
yeah, that's true. That's
BK,
true.
I just clicked that.
Oh, my bad. That was the wrong one. Sorry, my bad. Um, let's move on. The Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards being taken away from us is a travesty, a tragedy, and I do
Yes,
feel like we've been bamboozled a little bit, but we got bamboozled the moment they purchased Viacom bought BET. So
I'm
it
a,
is what it is.
I'm before we move on, um R&B has not been the same ever. Like each decade has a, I'm responding to Nessa's message to the
I
people that's listening. Is because R&B is not the same anymore. Um this is something I had to accept. R&B from the 60s to R&B to 2020s, 12 different sounds. Each decade of R&B has a different sound to it. And R&B just has not been pushed in mainstream anymore. Like that's just how it is. Unfortunately, we have to go out there and find these R&B artists. We have to figure out who we like in our ears.
yeah.
I actually made a Facebook status about this maybe like 6 weeks ago, 2 months or something ago, and I was like, and I even had this, and then I was like, why is R&B not the same? And a lot of my music friends got on there and were letting me know, like, hey, R&B, there are still great R&B artists out there, amazing artists that can sing, you know what I'm saying?
Independent.
That are just straight independent. Like the way that music is consumed these days is just different. R&B music is not going to be on TikTok. That's just how it is. Unless it's like something catchy. You know, that one little 10 to 15 second clip where you could put it on there on TikTok and dance to it real quick. or make
Yeah.
a silly video or whatever. R&B is not at the forefront, unfortunately. So I think that's why a lot of people misconstrue that R&B isn't the same, because one is evolved. It's one of those sounds that have evolved over time. Rhythm and blues is something that speaks to your soul. So that's all I had to say about R&B.
Yeah, I agree with you. We we as a community, we have to stop letting first of all, American R&B and American hip hop led the genre, right? I'm not saying other people does not have a right to be involved in these genres. That's not what I'm saying. So before you pick this statement apart, let me go ahead and say that right out the gate, right? But until the originators come through and first of all separate the genre again, stop allowing foreigners
Hmm.
to buy these companies and buy our music up and tell us what the sound is, because that's been the problem. Suits have been telling us what our music is supposed to be for too
Hmm.
long now, and we've
Hmm.
lost the artistry of it. And until that happens, we will forever not have good music on the mainstream like we did back in the 90s and the early 2000s. It will never be a researcher. We lost soul music, we lost neo soul music, we lost R&B, all
Yeah.
because they couldn't tell the difference between the sounds because somebody with money didn't know. So we got to start back. Maybe somebody should do an independent music show and just get popular. But trying to do something like that will take a lot of legal work. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. You facts.
Mimi, I love a good conspiracy theory. Now, don't
Yeah,
I
I'm not gonna put that
we
on the
do.
screen, but we love some good conspiracy theories,
Yeah,
but
we love a
we're
good
not going down
conspiracy
that
theory.
rabbit hole right now. Not right now.
All
Not
right,
at the
so
moment. We
we
got
got
one more
one
last
more.
thing.
Yes. So I want to talk about the actor, the Superman actor
Jesus Christ.
that is besmirching the good sully name of Superman. As a Superman fan myself, uh,
Fanatic.
okay, I take that.
Superman super fan.
It is disheartening to see Dean Cain just out here just saying stuff and with the Superman music playing in the background, sir.
That's so
You
disrespectful.
sir, you diabolically so disrespectful. Like,
So
dude, what are you
disrespectful.
doing? Like you out here, and this is not me being political. Like, if you want to join ICE, by all means, sir, do you. But don't you bring
Tell the
Superman
people
in this.
tell the people what he wants to do.
Like my man is joining ICE and he is literally out here making ICE commercials for like it's the military
Trying to recruit others.
recruiting other people and stuff over the Superman theme.
The
And
Superman theme playing in the background is so trash, bruh.
dude, the moment you became like a super stark uh I don't want to say bigot, but really close.
It's given.
Yeah. You don't get to bring up the Superman anything anymore. Superman is so the opposite of that. And we are not. No, I refuse to allow the internet to change who Superman is. Superman is woke. Okay. Superman has
Superman has
always been
always been
woke.
woke.
He will always be woke. The
First of
man
all,
fought the K people. He fought the triple K people. Like that's
he fought the
literally,
triple K people.
and
He
while we're
fought
at it,
them.
Captain America punched Hitler. So did Superman. This is like if there's one comic book character, two that I am passionately about, especially when it comes down to people making them into like these bigot captains of America, it's them two because they are the total opposite of
They're
that.
the,
It is such a weird thing, people.
they're the
You
complete.
can't have Superman.
That's when you know people have not read. They don't even got to read the comic books. At least read the cliff notes. That's what I always say. Read the
The
cliff
man, the man was created by Jewish people.
facts. Oh, Cap.
Like Superman.
The story of
Superman.
Superman is created by Germans.
Jewish.
Oh, Jewish. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see
So
that.
it's like y'all out here acting like Superman is some kind of he won't be MAGA like at all.
Never. First of all, okay. Mimi, real quick. Dean Cain he plays Superman as in Superman and Lois, a TV show that came out a while ago. He
like
is
90s.
Yeah, he is joining ICE, and he made a commercial. I'm gonna share it on Twitter when we get off of here because I did see it last night, and I was like, Dean Cain, I'll put it on Twitter. But
Yeah, and the only reason I don't want to play it here is because
the music,
the
he had
music,
Superman's music playing
like that theme is
during the
not like it is
It's
copyrighted
mind
as
blowing.
well.
It's mind blowing that this man even have the audacity. First of all, Superman is a immigrant himself.
Right? And you're gonna play the immigrant theme song in the background of your anti-immigrant video. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's an oxymoron at this point.
And y'all go Google what Dean Cain looked like. And God forgive me for saying this, but
Oh gosh.
he looked like somebody that ICE would pick up. God forgive me. I apologize for saying it. But it's facts, and I know I ain't the only one that was thinking it. Like, bro, like what? First of all, ICE not even going about their business the correct way. There's a wrong way of doing things, there's a right way of doing things. And we know right now that ICE is not doing it the correct way. It's not. It's not. Like snatching kids when I think I seen some story about snatching the kids at Disneyland or something, and
Honestly, they don't care where they at. They gonna
they
come get
don't
them.
care. Going to snatching them from school. You know what I'm saying? Like snatching the parents, and it's just and ICE has been an issue for a long time. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but y'all don't remember them kids in them cages 3 years ago?
I don't. Do I remember that? It
Kids were in
just come
cages
back
for
to that
like,
24 hours news cycle. It's
see what
been
I'm
so much
saying?
stuff.
See what I'm saying? A lot of people forgot about that. And that wasn't even underneath Orange Blob. That was Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, he didn't change anything when he came through, but
When
he
when Orange Blob came through, Ice just got worse.
called that man Orange Blob.
That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. He
Look, it's
doesn't get no respect from me. I'm not putting. I understand his position in America and who he is, but as
of
a
course.
human, I cannot respect that. I can't, and I never will. Never have. Sorry.
You know
Not.
what? I do remember the kid situation now. Cause it was some babies involved in that
It was
too, wasn't it?
babies they had babies.
Did you say that?
Babies. They had like babies to like 7 years old in cages.
I do remember that. The whole thing is crazy, and their budget is so big now. After that big bill that they passed not too long ago, I think they got like the budget of a small army, man.
That
So
too, Janika. That too. They were left at the border too. That happened too. It's like they just kicked them out.
they don't
Run
care.
free.
This is Let me go ahead and pop this one up. Nessa says they don't care about the trauma they are creating, ripping families apart, leaving children parentless.
That's
I think
facts.
that's because one, leadership
Mm-hmm.
doesn't care, and two, a lot of these agents and stuff, which can explain some of the behavior, they're not trained. They don't have like the education, college education, or that you would have to go through to be, because I do believe law enforcement is you have to have some sort of degree, correct?
No, to be a cop.
Some of them, some agencies you do,
I
like FBI and stuff. You
mean,
got to go through like
no.
the formal training. Yes, there's a
You
formal
have to
training
go
for
formal
FBI.
training, but you don't have to
Yeah,
like have like
but
a
I
degree.
believe there's a some sort of qualification or some schooling you have to go through. I do not think there's a substantial one equivalent, I should say, we'll say it that way,
Mm-hmm.
equivalent to what all the other three-letter organizations go through with
Mm-hmm.
ICE. And I might be wrong on that one. I have not researched it like that. It's not the intentions of this episode today, by
I
the way.
don't think with ICE, from what I've been learning
It
about
doesn't
ICE,
sound like it
it does
right now.
not sound like you need any qualifications to work for them. It sounds
It's
like if
just
you're
like
a body person, you could go work for them. And that's what Dean Cain basically was saying in his video.
Nessa says, and that's because the foster homes were so jammed back that they started putting them in camps and mistreated them. A lot of them died because of malnutrition and mistreatment. I never even thought about that. Okay, so ICE is more like a volunteer. It's such a heavy topic to have to talk about, and it's not it's not a lot of media really digging into this stuff like they should be, honestly.
Because the people that own the media want it to happen.
Okay, so Mimi says, with the federal government, it depends on the level you enter into the position. Some levels you need a college degree, and others just a high school diploma.
Yeah, that's for
I'm gonna go
feds.
ahead and put ICE in that high school diploma.
Yeah, their high school diploma. That's what it is. I do believe ICE is definitely high school diploma.
Yeah, I'm honestly just, I don't remember hearing that you needed a degree for that, but I don't want to get into too far into the weeds in this conversation today.
Yeah, because it's
I
gonna
do
piss me off.
believe we should. I don't want to do that. We definitely should. We're gonna table this one
I'm
because we're
actually
gonna
getting
talk about it.
angry. I'm getting angry a little
We're
bit.
gonna. We're probably gonna bring this up a little bit later
Yes,
because
we
there's so
should.
many changes that's going on with ICE right now, and so little actual reporting. And you guys, I don't have resources to really jump into all of this stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and give it the respect that it deserves. Because I
Yeah.
don't want to just get up here and then just spout off uh emotions.
Emotions. Ah, jinx. That's why I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and
And,
let's go ahead and cut it. Because
but
once
don't
the
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
emotions start running,
Emotions right now is exactly what we need.
oh Jesus.
But I also would want, man, if I could have somebody come up that knew this stuff, that would be even greater.
Oh
Because I think
yeah.
we're at the point where the people need to be more informed about things, and we're only getting the stuff that makes people angry. We're not getting any of the nuance here, and I think this is a conversation that needs both, because we're not going to be able to fight or fix it if we do not understand the ins and outs correctly.
Come on, Deacon BK.
Not Deacon. Oh Lord. With that, we're going to end the show. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with Society and Pop
Yes,
Culture 101
thank you
today, because this
guys.
is a great and amazing show today, because you guys came through and brought your comments and your opinions and some stuff we couldn't post on here because we PG-13 today apparently. But we appreciate you coming through with all your comments, for real though. Today was a fun show, man.
We love you guys. This is why we getting back into doing the lives, because we wanted to interact more with our audience. Um,
Yeah,
we cannot be a society if we don't invite this society.
that is absolutely true. Um, so do we have any announcements to make before we go?
Love you. Any announcements?
Yeah, because we definitely discussed something before we started the live today.
What we discuss?
We were talking about coming back on
You know that.
more than a
Oh,
bi-weekly
we didn't talk
thing.
about that today though. So fingers crossed, guys. We're looking to come back as a weekly show. Just because we want to do more lives and get more interactions with the audience and just have more not media, but more content for our show. We're thinking about coming back as a weekly episode, weekly show. Fingers crossed. We're gonna see me and BK schedule. We got to get it together.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys know I've been saying it a million times. I am expecting number two. So
Deuce.
we just gotta figure out the timing and everything behind it, because I love podcasting. BK introduced me to podcasting a long time ago when we were the BK Space Show, and I would love to come back as Society and Pop Culture 101 on a weekly basis. So fingers crossed on that. Stay tuned for that. I don't think there's any other announcements. I do want to shout out all the kids that went back to school this week. Congratulations on a brand new school year. I hope you all do great. I can't wait to see these report cards. Parents, kick your feet up when you can. Take a deep breath. These kids gotta be kids.
Yeah, yeah. As a parent with kids myself, that's in
Hmm.
school. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to wake up early to send them away. Y'all have no idea, no idea.
Be
But
gone, be gone, children, be gone.
Mimi, we got to talk about that. I
Yeah,
think you're talking about the calendar, our show coming back weekly on the
yeah.
calendar. We'll see.
We haven't confirmed yet, but it's a high probability that we're going to be coming back weekly.
Yeah, yeah, it's time. It's time. Bi-weekly, we have too much time on our hands. But anyway, we got to get up off this thing because we way over our time.
Yes.
Um, I want to say thank you guys for coming out again. We definitely appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And I have been Instructor BK Spades.
I'm Instructor Novocaine.
All right, y'all. See y'all on the next one.